Listen. This cast is mine. It's 3 a.m. Improv comedy. While I'm driving. Uncooked chicken. It's coming out my mouth. One laugh per cast. Is what your boy's about. Shimon. Uncooked chicken, alright. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen. It's the adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Woo! Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Hee-hee. Listen, ain't no need to edit. Woo! Hell yeah, I said it. Hee-hee. It's the adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Woo! It's the adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Season 2. Listen, adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Just for you. Hey! Ain't no need to edit. Hell yeah, I said it. It's the adventures of Uncooked Chicken. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Welcome, chicken heads, to season 2 Uncooked Chicken, episode 34. I am your host, NateNathaNathaniel, Triple N. I'm him. This is my podcast that I call Uncooked Chicken. It's an improv comedy cast that I do for the peoples. I do it for the people. You the people. We the people. Listen. I know it's been a hot minute. You're like, hey, chicken. Hey, chicken, where you been? Chicken. Listen, I've been... with your mama. Yes. Woo, caca. You know what I'm saying? Caca. Yes. Caca. Yes. Listen, man. Uncooked Chicken. I do this in my hybrid studios. The hybrid studios of NateNathaNathaniel. I give you the improv comedy while I'm in my car driving to my hustle. You know what I'm saying? And listen, we were going through reconstruction. We had to remodel. Listen, the hybrid studios was being remodeled. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't give you what I couldn't give the people what they want. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you better stop. You better, whoo, yeah, man. Anyway, I'm back. So anyway, nobody cares either. Nobody cares that I had some problems with the hybrid studio. You don't care. You just care about the protein. Give me that comedy protein. Yeah, all right. Relax, sucker. Anyway. On Uncooked Chicken Land, I give you 3 F topics. I give you the funny I'm working on, the familiar that's going on in the world today, and the last F topic is for real though, or fake news. I give you a story or something. You got to find out you got to tell me if it's telling the truth or if I'm lying. Now listen, I told you right now that I'm the creatist. Listen, creators, comedian you never heard of. You know what I'm saying? I'm the co-creators of all time. Yeah, but anyway, man, so listen, I woke up in the morning, and I thought about this. I'm like, hey, would you, if someone offered you like $1 million, if they said, hey, just off some random offered you $1 million, for your kid, and listen, people are like, oh my gosh, what the hell is this? This is slavery. No, I'm not. Listen, they ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't talking about trafficking or anything that's detrimental to the child. The child will live a long, healthy, life and everything. Just not with you. It's not with you, and you can pick what child to. Because listen, you like one of your children's more than the other. You're like, oh no, I love my kids. Oh, it's the same. Okay, sucker. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But anyway, listen, if someone offered you $1 million, you know what I'm saying? They just to take and adopt your kid. Would you do it? Think about it. Would you do it? Think about it. Would you do it? Yeah, I know. Listen, would the chicken do it? Listen, I'm telling you, man, listen, I could be at a grocery store or something. My wife sent me to the grocery store with baby chicken. Triple NJ, listen, and we go in there, I'm grabbing some milk and some chicken feed or whatever. And some lady can come up to me and say, "Excuse me, sir." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "How if I offered you $1 million, could I have your little kid?" I'm like, wait a minute. Listen, I'm like, "Wait a minute, lady. I'm gonna take the high road." Wait a minute, lady. You know what I'm saying? Are you listen? This is my firstborn. You know what I'm saying? When I had him, listen, the stars opened up, the moon. Listen, it was celestial. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come up in here and offer me $1 million for my child. It was like the Lion King. I held the kid up in the air, little baby chicken, like, back, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It was a Lion King. And you offer me $1 million. I said, first of all, I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Then she showed me her bank account, pulled it up. I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, okay." I said, well, listen, I had to pull Junior to the side. I said, "Listen." I said, "Look at me." The kid said, "Goo goo, I said, "Listen." I said, "Kid said, look at me in the face, Junior." I had to put his head up because his hair kept falling down and everything. He was just a baby. I had to put his head up. I said, "Listen, son, I don't want to do this, but listen, your sacrifice is going to bless a nation." You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Damn it, and your mama, she gonna be mad as hell." When I come home, "Can I help you with the groceries?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can help me." She's like, "Okay, I got the milk, I got the chicken feed, okay. Baby?" "Yeah, babe, what's up?" Where's Triple and J?" "Excuse me?" She said, "Where is the boy? Where's my baby?" I said, "Baby," I said, "Yeah, I get you." I said, "Hold up, I didn't leave him. I did not leave. I did not. I would not, could not, should not. But before you get mad, let me pull up the account." You know what I'm saying? Let me pull up the account. And she's like, "Well, I can see." "Well," that might change it too. "Well," now I'm not saying you do everything for money and money is the whole. Listen, I know money is the root of all evil. I know it, but I'm saying $1 million. Think about it. Question for you: $1 million. Would you sell your child to a responsible person that could raise them? Just saying. Sounds like a good trade-off for me. Anyway, listen, I was just woke up in the morning and thought about that. I'm just saying, this is an improv comedy cast. Uncooked chicken, it's on the cup, on the fly as I'm going to my hustle, giving it to you like this. Hey, anyway, listen, man, that ain't the funny I'm working on. The funny I'm working on is about stereotypes. Yeah, stereotypes and prejudging peoples and stuff. I just want to tell you right now that stereotypes are real. Triggering. You know what I mean? They're real triggering. When people judge you, it just unlocks a code. You know what I mean? Unlocks a code for me. I remember when I was little and, the stereotype was like, "Oh, I was like, Mama, listen, on my lunch, when you make my lunch, don't put any chicken in there and don't put any watermelon fruit, please. Don't do that." And it's like, well, why not? You know what I mean? Why not? It's like, hey, chicken is so good. Why was I scared as a kid that people was going to judge me? Like, "Oh, I like chicken. Hell yeah, I like chicken, sucker. I like jerk chicken. You know what I'm saying? I like barbecue chicken. You better stop. I like roasted chicken. Hell to the yeah, it's a great protein. Listen, my podcast is called Uncooked Chicken, sucker. Relax. You know what I mean? But I used to be scared and run away from these stereotypes. But now, shit, I lean into them. Lean all the way into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like in Dirty Diane. No, Smooth Criminal. Stop it. Smooth Criminal. I'm leaning all into these stereotypes. Listen, I try to run around the neighborhood and get my exercise on, everything. The chicken got to stay in shape, everything. But God, listen, I love it when I run around the neighborhood and the park and I see a lady running towards me. She ain't really running because she's a bigum. So she kind of shuffling. Now hit it. Hold on. Disclaimer. I don't care what Google says. You know what I'm saying? You can Google NateNathaNathaniel. You know what I mean? And if it says I'm a kidnapper, I'm going to tell you right now, fake news. I am not a kidnapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like a woman napper. You know what I mean? I ain't just taking kids. You know what I mean? I sell kids for $1 million, but I ain't just taking kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm making kids, but I ain't taking kids. Listen, I'm more like a woman napper. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm running towards this lady, this bigum, and she running towards me, shuffling a little bit. She's shuffling. Hey now, do your dance. She's shuffling. And she see me, and she shuffled her ass across the street. You know what I mean? And then had the nerve to wave at me like we cool. Hey. The little jog. If you're a jogger or a runner or something, when you cross each other, you do a little hey. We both sweating our ass off. Let's wave at each other because it's painful and shit. Anyway, she waving me and everything, and I'm like, this is it unlocked the code. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this. Listen, like she had time to Google NateNathaNathaniel, and see that I was a woman out, but she didn't have time to do that. How she know? She was scared and she thought that I was gonna kidnap her. You know what I mean? I'm running around with the water. I got a camelback on me. You know what I mean? I'm on my 5th mile. You know what I'm saying? I'm cramping up. I need some damn electrolytes. Stop it. And she got the nerve to think I got time to go kidnap. Listen, I pulled up. Listen, I didn't even have woman napper on the calendar today. I did not have it on the calendar today, but because she prejudged me, because she stereotyped me as a woman napper, you know what I did? Listen, I gave her the juice. I ran across the street. You know what I mean? Gave her the little juice. Passed her out, carried her big ass in my white van. And listen, I didn't want to do it. But yeah, because she unlocked the code. I'm like, okay, stereotypes are real. Yeah, triggering. Oh, you better watch what you unlock. You better watch it. Yeah, man. So listen, that's the funny I'm working on. Listen, the next F topic, man, is the familiar going on in the world today. Listen, I went to see that Michael biopic, and it was fluffy. It was so nice. It was perfect. I mean, 2 parts weren't perfect, but it was kind of perfect. It was, I enjoyed watching Hee-Hee. And Michael, listen, it made over $1 billion currently worldwide. Who knew? Michael just still feeding his family. He fed him when he was 8, 9 years old. He fed him when he was a solo artist. He's dead and he's still feeding them from the grave. It's like a real life thriller. You know what I mean? Michael is still, he's still from the grave, just, it's just 1 billion. 1 billion for the fam. He's still serving them up $1 billion, making money and everything. But it's cool. I like it how the younger generation are getting to know Michael. They're getting to know the young kids. Are like, hey, Michael Jackson, Michael. They like her. And it's cool now, because Michael don't have his ranch anymore. It's cool now. The kids can love him, because he can't touch him no more, allegedly. He can't. Everything is cool now. And they didn't, it was fluffy. They did not share any dirt on the Michael. That's cool and everything. There's some dirt out there, but they didn't share. But I'm upset with the biopic that, if you see the show, you think Michael had all these brothers and only one sister. You're going to have to Google Michael's family dynamic. You know what I mean? He has a popular sister out there. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about Rebe, you suckers. Y'all like, who, Rebe Jackson? No, you old heads. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. He had a sister named Latoya. She was in the movie. That's funny. But what about Miss Janet? What about Miss Jackson if you're nasty? They didn't even say Janet's name in there one time. How in the hell you gonna make $1 billion on this movie and you can't even say her name? Say her name, sucker. Janet. Yeah, I ain't like that, because Janet's good. You should have given her props anyway. Go see the biopic. It's coming out on video soon. Go see it. I always wondered too, like Michael in the studio. When he's making all them noises, I was wondering what the producers are thinking. Michael's like, oh, ooh, ooch, cooch, coo. Shalom. Like that's a lot of noises. Turn the lights down low. I'm gonna be in the studio working on my voices, whatever, Michael. I don't know. All right, anyway, the next thing that's going on in the world today. Listen, man, we just had the World Cup, and the World Cup is over. Oh no, the World Cup is over. Whatever. Only thing I liked about the World Cup is when they scored. They didn't score often. Listen, I want to watch grown men playing footsies with each other. Get the hell up. Listen. You kidding me? Listen. When we played footsies in the hood, somebody got pregnant. You know what I mean? You up here playing footsie with a ball. Listen, somebody about to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm watching no damn fake football. At least real football's coming up soon. Life is back. And people are like, oh, I can't believe that the chicken don't like soccer. Suckers. Hey, okay, enjoy 4 more years of that. You know what I mean? 4 more years, you can watch your sport again. Anyway, that's familiar that's going on in the world today. And also, listen, President Obama, he opened up his presidential library in the south side of Chicago. And listen, President, he's slick. He had all the living presidents and their wives in attendance, except for number 47. 47 is nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? Oh, listen. I'm telling you, you think Obama did that? You think that was just oops? You think he oops and just forget to invite him? What happened there? Where's he at? Where's 47? I mean, ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame where you are the leader? You are the leader. You're the commander-in-chief in charge. You know what I mean? But nobody invites you to the club. You leading the club, but you don't get club bennies. You have no benefits at all. You know what I mean? People act like he like President Killmonger. When Killmonger became the king, and nobody really liked it. Everybody was like, damn, can't believe he king. You know what I mean? Like, damn. You know what I mean? Remember when we used to have fruits and food? Gas prices was low. Remember all that? Damn it, Killmonger. They just mad as hell. He like President Killmonger. He can't get invited to the club. Everybody else chilling in the club at the library, and Obama didn't invite him. Obama like, like to first thank all the living presidents and the brides that came here today to be a part of this celebration. Now you might say that we're missing an active president, but trust. Michelle, Sasha, we invited them. But I think his limo might be a little too white to travel to the south side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably what Obama was thinking, that his limo came, his GPS don't go that way. You know, it don't listen. It don't turn in the hood. It don't turn to the hood anyway. All right, well, listen, that's a familiar that's going on in the world today. And the last F topic is for real though or fake news. Listen, man, when I was younger, we would have barbecues and everything, and cookouts and family reunions, and we were just hanging out and dancing, and then like a Michael Jackson song would come on, like Billie Jean, and I had a cousin, you know what I'm saying, for real, no fake news. I had a cousin who was doing the Michael Jackson. He's rubbing his junk. He's kicking his leg, you know what I mean? He moonwalking and shit. And I'm sitting there, a little kid. I'm about 5 years, for real, old fake news, younger than him, watching this shit happen. He kicking and shit, and people are throwing money at him and stuff, like dollars and shit. I'm like, oh, look at that. He just getting money for dancing like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So for real, fake news, I'm like, bullshit. I'm saying, like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what NateNathaNathaniel gonna do. For real, fake news, I'm like, let me get my Billie Jean ass up in here. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you what a smooth criminal can do. Let me show you how dangerous NateNathaNathaniel is. So I moonwalked my ass up in there. It was the first battle dance, the first dance off. You know what I'm saying? He doing his Michael Jackson. I'm doing my Michael Jackson. We kicking and for real though, fake news. Did I have a dance off at a cookout? You know what I'm saying? With my older cousin, you know what I'm saying, doing a Michael Jackson and listen, is that for real though? Or is that fake news? Yeah. Anyway, we'll decide on the next episode of Uncooked Chicken. Now listen, on the previous 33 episode of Uncooked Chicken, we were talking about, did I play the mirror game? You know what I'm saying? Did I have a mirror? I ain't talking about the man in the mirror. I'm talking about I was the man in the mirror. Was I the man in the mirror? Put the mirror down because I had no friends and everything. And I'm just walking around. I was I was searching for my daddy, Gordon Robinson. Listen, I was searching for him and I couldn't find him. He wasn't there. So I got a mirror, for real fake news, and I'm walking around. Listen, I'm walking around my house looking at the reflection, thinking I'm Lionel Richie, dancing on the ceiling over the ceiling. I'm walking over water. I'm walking over chandeliers and everything, and I'm hopping over. Listen, did that happen? Was your boy? Listen, I told you I'm the greatest of all time. Listen, hell yeah, that's for real though. For real though. Yeah, I did that thing. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Y'all said, damn, I can't believe he made up a game with just a mirror. When you poll, you make up a lot of games. Hey, you know what I'm saying? When you poll, you so creative when you poll. Listen, that's why you be selling kids for $1 million. Anyway, listen, I want to thank all y'all who listened to episode, who checked out one of these episodes of the greatest comedian you never heard of, NateNathaNathaniel. I appreciate you for the downloads. I appreciate you for the comments. Listen, more chicken coming your way. More chicken comedy coming your way. Listen, I want to thank y'all for listening to the Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Adventures of Uncooked Chicken, yeah. Ain't no need to edit. Season 2, I said it. It's the Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Comedic Adventures of Uncooked Chicken. Season 2. Adventures of Uncooked Chicken just for you. Ha ha! It's a commuter grind. Telling you what's on my mind. Yeah! Comedic adventures of uncooked chicken. Yeah, baby. Listen, you can't have a chicken. Listen, if you don't have a cluck, and let me tell. Yeah, listen. Cause it's uncooked chicken. What'd you say, Michael? You know what? It's 3 a.m. Uncooked chicken. And the whole world has to answer right now just to tell you once again. Uncooked. Caca.